What's up, meta nerds? This video is all about Gallius Rax. Gallius Rax was born on Jakku, sometime around the year 42 BBY. He grew up on an anchorite settlement, an ascetic religious organization located in the middle of the desert. There were other orphan kids there, and they had to work in the grueling heat and learn that they should forsake the material world and live as simply as possible. But one day, 12-year-old little Galli saw an amazing, sleek ship flying across the desert. He couldn't resist and chased it down. Watching from a distance, he saw the mysterious droids that emerged from it, scanning a seemingly random spot in the desert, and then watched with curiosity as a being he would later learn was Yup Tashu walked out to inspect the spot as well. He says that some mysterious force was attracting him to the ship, and ran to storm himself aboard the Imperialis. While hiding, he was discovered by Palpatine, who told the 12-year-old boy he could kill him now, or set him on a path towards his destiny. Gallius Rax began hanging out with the Sith Lord, and eventually became a member of his sycophantic crew of weirdos. Palpatine and the boy were on a first-name basis, and Sheev told Galli to head back to Jakku and guard the droids as they excavated the site that they had located on that fateful day. This first task showed the darkness that had been put into Galli, as he turned many of the other orphans against the anchorite leader, Kolob. They attacked the only parent figure they knew, and joined Galli in his defense of the site. He was also able to train creatures to fight off any scavengers, and he was able to keep the site a secret for 10 years, upon which the Sith Lord returned. The year was 20 BBY, 2 years after the start of the Clone Wars, and when Palpatine returned, he felt that the boy had guarded what was now revealed to be an ancient observatory. This ancient facility held maps of the unknown regions. After he saw the observatory, Palpatine entrusted Galli with his contingency plan, basically a plan B for how to guide the Empire in the unlikely event that Palpatine died during his rule. The Sith Lord took Galli and gave him the best military training and education that the Empire could provide. But before he left Jakku, Galli made sure he killed off all of the orphans and the animals that made up his militia. During this civilizing time, Galli became Gallius Rax and developed a passion for music and operas, things he had never experienced for the first 22 years of his life. An insight into his personality was that his favorite piece was an old Republic opera called the Cantata of Cor Visora, where a witch learns to hate the Sith for killing her family members, hates the Jedi for not doing anything to stop it, and hates the galaxy for being the kind of place that allowed this to happen. Something that alarmed other Imperials was the fact that this unheard of nobody had, at the age of 22, been given the rank of commander. All work done by Rax was eyes-only reports sent to Wolf Yularen, but after the Death Star was destroyed, and Yularen along with it, the reports were sent directly to Palpatine. Apparently, the Sith Lord was happy with his work, because the once orphan received the title Hero of the Galactic Empire, as well as a ton of medals, including the Nova Star, the Medal of Service, the Galactic War on Insurgency Medal, the Gilded Sun, and the Emperor's Will. That being said, why he earned these medals was a mystery to the rest of the galaxy. 1 year before the Battle of Endor, Rax received the rank of Admiral, and right before the Battle of Endor, Palpatine met with Gallius to tell him that he could sense a shatter point, that a destiny-changing event in the galaxy was about to occur. He told him to take the Super Star Destroyer Ravager and hide out in the Valpinus Nebula. Of course, this shatter point ended up being the Emperor's death, and Gallius knew that it was time to put the contingency into motion. While in hiding, he rose to the rank of Fleet Admiral and started to use the name Operator as a code name. Using this, he would feed information to the New Republic on the location of Imperials that he thought were likely to defect anyways, or whom he felt were weakening the Empire. By setting up other Imperials to be killed or captured by the New Republic, this is considered his first step at carrying out the contingency plan. Years later, Admiral Ray Sloane took control of the Imperial fleet that escaped the Battle of Endor, and a strange dynamic occurred, where there was Mas Amedda as the figurehead of the Empire back on Coruscant, a man with the most public leadership position, but with no real power, as the Admirals and Moffs were controlling their fleets independently, and Ray Sloane, who was thought to be in charge of the only remaining Superstar Destroyer, as well as the largest fleet, and Gallius Rax, still on the fringes, but secretly pulling strings and putting the Shattez pieces into place, so that one day he would become the most powerful individual in the Imperial Remnant. And with that, I want to go ahead and take a break here, and we'll pick up the rest of Gallius Rax's story in part 2. Hope to see you there soon.